Most of us do some of the basic security measures in our homes, including making sure we have deadbolts, camera system maybe, alarm system for sure these days. Very few of us take a really deep dive into how burglars actually look at your home from the street. Why would they attempt to break into one home over another home? Today I'm going to cover the 10 top things that you can do to secure your home and to make it less of an appealing target to the bad guys. All straight ahead on this week's episode of 2 Minutes on Film. Most of us don't really think about home security until something happens. Either we move into a new home and we want to start from scratch and make sure that we cover the security basics, or someone in the neighborhood's been broken into, or you're seeing things on the news that are making you think twice about whether or not your home is fully secure. If you're new to the channel, 2 Minutes on Film is a way that we condense a fairly broad topic into a very concise 2-minute format, and oftentimes we do run over the 2-minute clock. It's just a way that I try and set boundaries to keep myself from rambling on too long. So I'll go ahead and start the 2-minute countdown clock right now. Number 10, garage doors can be your undoing. If your home has a garage and you go outside and you look inside the garage, you'll likely see a red cord hanging down with a handle on it. This is designed so that you can disengage it from the motor if the power goes out. In an emergency, you can lift the garage door up. Unfortunately, bad guys know this, and sometimes they'll reach in with a wire type device, hook it onto that, even though they can't see it very well, they're good at it. They'll hook that and pull it, disengage the garage, and they can lift it straight up. I recommend either tying it back, cutting it off, but you must keep a step stool handy in order for you to be able to egress if you need to in an emergency. Number 9, put a small padlock on your breaker box. These can be easily cut off, but if a burglar isn't prepared to cut the lock off, it may spoil his plans. Why would they want to open your breaker box? Well, it's easy. They just shut off all the power, and along with that goes your wired security system. Number 8 is don't keep really important valuables in the bedroom. The master bedroom especially is the number one place that bad guys go when they ransack a home, and they're going to look through all the drawers there. There's really no place that's safe in that room unless you have some sort of secret hiding place. I would recommend putting your valuables, cash, jewelry, and other things in another room. Number 7 sounds kind of silly, but we see this all the time. So many burglaries don't involve forced entry. Why? Because there was no force used. Why? Because the doors weren't locked. A lot of people just leave their doors unlocked. Number 6 ties into number 7, and that if you have a multi-story home or you live on a second or third story, you have to lock those doors as well. Burglars are increasingly using ladders or trees or other methods to get up on top of a second story balcony or even on a roof line where there's a window that's accessible. Number 5 is remove anything from around the home that could possibly be used against you. For example, bricks that you were using to build a landscape feature, rocks from that stacked stone wall you just built, or gardening tools. All can be used to break glass or pry windows open. Number 4 is use your landscaping to your advantage. Consider putting a bush in front of windows that is something that someone wouldn't want to walk through, like a thorny rose bush or blackberry bushes or whatever indigenous plant in your area is thorny, and make that a little hedge in front of the windows that makes it more difficult to access the glass. Number 3 is make sure your address is clearly visible from the street. Sometimes burglaries occur when someone's actually home, and when they're trying to break in, whoever's home is hopefully going to call 911, and precious seconds count. We definitely don't want first responders having trouble locating your home. Number 2 is don't hide keys in places that are very obvious, like under the doormat. Everyone knows that everyone hides keys under the doormats, so please don't do that. And finally, number 1 is don't broadcast when you're traveling or on vacation. A couple of ways that we have a tendency to do this is by posting social media pictures. You're letting your friends and family know you're having a great time, but you're also letting potentially nefarious characters know that there's no one home and that your home is an easy target right now. Another thing you might want to consider is have a neighbor or a good friend go by your home every day, pick up the mail, maybe even mow the lawn if you're going to be gone for an extended period of time, or shovel the snow. You want your home to look lived in. If you have a second car, leave it parked in the driveway and get some lights that are on timers that come on at night. All of these things are going to broadcast the opposite of what the bad guys are looking for, and that is an occupied home. I made an ebook on this topic, and you can click in the link below in the description and download that for free. It covers everything I said here in the video today, and it also gives you some other good tips and ideas that you can use to protect your home from burglary. I hope you enjoyed this today, and thanks for watching this 2 Minutes on Film.